Hi everyone, this is Lori with 3 Keys Astrology, and this is your weekly forecast for February 9 through 15. I apologize for the video quality. I'm trying to learn new things and work on better things for you, but at this state, we've had a really sad loss in our family, and I've also lost a dear friend, and I just don't feel like being on camera. So I'm trying to get my work done and still serve you this way. And I hope you'll forgive me, but my husband built us a really big roaring fire so that you could enjoy that, and I hope you do. The theme of this week is Untold Stories, and the reason for that is because we're in the fated nodes right now, which are little points, mathematical points on the moon. The moon represents civilization, and there are events in our lives that we can't control, and much to our surprise and delight, it's a good thing because God made the world and we're not meant to know everything. And so we just had a change in our nodal axis, and the north node is in Pisces and the south node is in Virgo. On top of that, we're in a new age, the age of Aquarius. So we're all going through a lot of change and maturation processes, and this is really good. Again, the theme of the week is Untold Stories, and it is about your destiny. So welcome back to my channel. Thank you for my new subscribers. I'm excited. Thank you so much for those of you who've known me the last 5 years, for staying with me through illness, not giving up on me, and for most importantly, sharing my work with your friends and family so that we can expand our group and more people can get these beautiful astrological messages. This is your weekly forecast for the second week of February 2025. The biggest event this week is that we have a huge full moon in the proud sign of Leo at 24 degrees February on the 12th, 24 degrees of Leo on February 12th at 8:43 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I promise I'll be making you a video on this very potent full moon in Leo as it squares Uranus and Taurus, which will be a doozy. The astrological configuration is indeed a T-square, and that's tough. Also this week, it's Valentine's Day, and it falls on date night, Friday night. So be sure to treat your paramour sweetly. The north node of Pisces, as I mentioned earlier, stations direct on Saturday. With a lot of other planetary action, Saturday will be a very busy night in our skies, day and night. Mercury ingresses into Pisces Saturday the 15th, and the moon will be at 0 degrees of Libra on Saturday the 15th at noon. All of my times are Eastern Standard Time, as I live in southwestern New York. I promise a video on this very potent full moon because it is quite powerful, and it's a tricky moon. At every full moon, the sun and moon oppose each other, so there can be distress in the population, males versus females, power plays versus subordinates, all kinds of things, and a lot of monkey business goes on during full moons. So I promise you that video is not done yet, but that will be my next project for you. As we peruse the next 18 months, we're encouraged to face fate. Because the north node is in Pisces, and we've got to let go of issues we have regarding the south node of Virgo. So you can absolutely request specific nodal access readings from me if you're at a crossroads in life, or if you have questions, or if you'd like astrological direction. Those readings aren't specified on my website, where I have a plethora of other readings that I offer, but my contact information, Ducky at 3keysastrology.com, is all over the website. So you can always email me with questions or concern, or if you're not sure which reading to order, or if I've already read for you, maybe you just need an hour-long consultation, but whatever the matter, I'm here to serve you. Whatever you have attached to this nodal axis is part of your story. That's what we astrologers read. So if you have a lot of planets in Virgo or a lot of planets in Pisces, this next 18 months are going to be critical for you. Where we have the South Node in Virgo, you're supposed to let go. And those issues and planetary attachments are encouraging us to let go of our inner critics. Let go of criticizing others. Let go of our tendency to be so mental and up in our heads. It's time instead to live your life, your unexplored life with your heart. Pisces is a very emotional sign, and it has the desire to serve and to connect to the soul of man and to the soul of God. So we're being called to reconnect and restore our relationship to God and to our reason for being. That's most important for Virgo and Pisces, but the whole world lives under one moon, and this affects all of us. We all have Pisces and Virgo in our astrological charts, even if there's not a planet tenanted there. And that's what astrologers are for, to explain these things and what's going on scientifically. Most affected by this astrological complex, again, are naturally Pisces and Virgo, but also Sagittarius and Gemini. Sagittarians will really be feeling the strong urge to his or her life purpose because Saturday the 15th and nodes are exactly connected to the umbilical cord of the universe, which is the galactic center, and that degree is 27 degrees of Sagittarius. Jupiter also rules Pisces, and Jupiter now is in Gemini. So when we talk about Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini, all three of these signs are twins. So it's very normal right now to feel torn if you have any of your three keys in these three signs. I'm an astrologer because I care deeply about the human condition. And I've studied in college the ingredients of relating and of family dynamic in love and marriage. It's my jam. And I care to help you see more clearly what you may need help seeing. You are completely normal if you're feeling stirrings. Oh, excuse me, I gotta find my place. If you're feeling stirrings of something better pulling you in, you're completely normal if you're on the wrong path of your destiny and you now feel torn between choices. I'll help. The weekly theme is Untold Stories, and this is how life works as events unfold. As we exist in the interstitial cracks of life, we love, we hurt, we cry, we die, we bend, and we bleed because we are born. Do get into the grid of life right now. In the weeks ahead, do be a seeker and explorer, someone thankful for all of it, all of that pain that taught you, all of that comfort of belonging, all the choices you made, all of the opportunities you were given this week. Journal and write and get out and show your appreciation to the ones that molded and made you. On Sunday, the tender moon in Cancer has been inflicted by not a very nice energy from Mars for months now. And for we Cancers, that's meant ills, infection, inflammation, and family strife. On this day, Cancers are and will be having issues with impatience and immature Aries. So those two signs are going to have conflict. The energies of these two signs vibe through action because both are action figures and eager to do things, but their energies are just too different, and they will be forever and a day. Just like last week, Cancer's having issues with Aquarius as well, and will again on this holy day. The good news is that Cancer's ambitions that were thwarted by Mars are empowered by him on this day and most of this week. So healing, collaboration, and excellent energy to work out those issues or finish chores neglected are really important and can be helpful today. Although you're supposed to keep the Sabbath holy, you can do little chores, I guess. For all signs, this day of productivity in the home and for family cooperation is really good, but for the aforementioned signs, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, and Scorpio are good mates now and good helpmates this day, so work with them. Hang out with them and accomplish your missions with them. This will be a good day for military, for strength and duty, no matter what your rank. Aquarians have birthdays now, so happy birthday. I know you've been feeling restless, you've been charged up, and you've been perhaps anxious. I offered a lot to you in the last weeks when I gave you new information about the new moon in Aquarius video, and I did 2 Pluto plowing into Aquarius videos that pertain to you for the next 20 years, so please do check out those videos and share them with loved ones, especially other Aquarians. Mercury is in Aquarius, and that's wonderful because you are high thinkers. Pluto is at 2 degrees for the entire month of February, so you early born Aquarians are really feeling and being primed for higher callings. It's time to unearth the toxins in your life, poisons in your life, and to get back into higher realms. Be with caring people and quality people and belong to a brotherhood of souls who light up our world. That is your destiny, Aquarius. You're leaders. And God gifted you brilliance that other signs do not inherit. Uranus is the reason that you can be feeling restless and uncertain. And by July 8th, you'll have favor and more clarity over your lives. Uranus will recharge you without making you nervous, overexcited, or restless after that date. On Monday, Monday, I don't know what I wrote there. I'm trying to do this without being on camera, and it's not so easy, everyone, so please forgive my awkward position. My back's twisted like a pretzel, and I'm exhausted from the analysis already. I just don't want to be on the camera. I hope you can still see the beautiful fire that my hubby made. So Monday, the hours are just dreamy. You may indeed long to stay in bed and keep on dreaming your sweet dreams. It's a great morning for lovers, for snuggling and making music. We have the full moon on the rise, so passions are high, and that's great for lovers and not so great for haters. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and this morning can be a little bit like a mini Valentine's Day. So get ready and go all out for the one you love. At noon, the moon turns to Leo, and unfortunately, for the next 20 years, Leo and Aquarius have issues to work out with each other. This is a day when especially family members of these two signs will not be in harmony. There's a lot of hot and cold attitudes going on between these two signs, and it's also not a good night to be out and about after dinner. Danger is big in public places. It's still very, very prominent. I wrote about it last week. I talked to you about it when I made your Pluto and Aquarius videos in November, and it's still really prominent. All you have to do is look at the news, and there's a lot going on. Through the week, we have underlying Pluto issues such as the stains left in New Orleans, the subterfuge of dark criminality that stole lives. We have lots of sports fans in an uproar over referee calls, and we have a very disgruntled Democratic Party who are taking their anguish out loud to microphones and into the streets. So please be careful out there until I tell you that the coast is clear. There is some really sweet sisterly love energy in the air, so have a great time with your sisters and your besties. It can be a day difficult for Taurus and Aquarius with each other, but predictions prevention, so now you know, and you can behave accordingly. On Tuesday, Leo, hang out with your friends, Aries, Sag, and Gemini. It'll save you lots of unnecessary stress. It's really important for you to have learn a way to decompress and breathe easily during these rapidly changing times. It's not easy for some of us to expect new ideas and new family members or new governance, but we have to. Some things are beyond our likes and beyond our control. Leo, this is a time to calm your nerves and let go of people who repeatedly disappoint you. Have this little saying and carry it with you. I'm going to let go and see where it goes. Stand back and observe, Leo. You'll see plenty. For now, take extra good care of yourself and find ways to make peace and to have more peaceful times. If you have an abundance of energy, and you certainly can with a sleeplessness that full moons can bring, you can have a rip-roaring time with Gemini. Call them up and hang out together, or take an aerobics class, or go skiing, Leo. There's lots of sporty fun to be had. You can be feeling really impatient with Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancers. So on this day, the Sun squares Uranus, and Aquarius can be in for big surprises. We can all expect the unexpected. I know that's such a weird conundrum and a total paradox, but it is what it is. When the Sun squares Uranus or the Moon squares Uranus, things can come flying at us out of the blue. Taurus, you need to simmer down now and write about all of your angst and your big ideas instead of pushing them off on others. You won't be appreciated right now, and especially middle-born Taurus. So if your Sun, Moon, or rising sign are from 13 to 23 degrees, or from 23 degrees to the first degrees of Gemini and early Gemini, you'll have to quiet down and calm down. You early born Geminis are in this mix because the stars in the sky blend, and this is right at that cusp where it changes. The day can be a little crazy, honestly, because the moon's nearing the goddess of chaos, Eris, and it's in conjunction to Chiron. So if you're crying one minute, fighting the next minute, upset and irritable, now you know why. Emotions are really high. Wednesday, February 12th, is a very difficult day. This is a day of that full moon in Leo. Again, it's at 24 degrees Leo at 8:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get over to my website and check things out. And you can check out my YouTube channel, 3 Keys Astrology, to see that Leo Moon and Leo video that I'll be making for you. It's a wing-dinger of a full moon because the sun and moon are always in opposition during full moons, which means populations are not getting along with each other. Males versus females is a big thing. Authority over subordinates is a big thing. And they're factions. They're just not seeing or hearing what each other has to say. Both of these planets, the light of our planets, the sun and the moon, and the sun and moon in all your horoscope is your conscious self and your subconscious self. What you know and what you may not realize is bothering you underneath. They're in a big T-square to Uranus, who is an electrical planet. It is the planet that rules your nervous system, and he's raring and ready to go. So read last week's forecast if you missed it, or go see the video on my YouTube channel, because I talked a lot about what that energy is like. And please subscribe. You'll really be helping me in my beloved work. Lots of things come to light at the full moon, but lots of murders are committed. Lots of babies are born. Lots of burglaries and cyber crimes are happening now with Pluto where it is. And they're big problems that mankind will face no matter where in the world he lives. On this day, couples may be bickering and on opposite sides of issues. This is a day when people are nerved up and accidents are more likely to occur. Are you teaching your children? Hold on a minute, I'm trying to scroll up. Are you teaching your children breath control? Do you know how to calm your nervous system down? Children can be really rambunctious now, so have remedy like diffusing lavender in the air. That's helpful. Or cut out sugar and feed them natural sugars like that come in fruits and vegetables. The little children are going to need a lot of extra outdoor time to spend their energy on this day and the days leading up to the full moon. And I would say limit screen time. I don't like that little babies whose brains aren't developed yet are looking at screens. There's scientific studies that prove that our electronics cause a lot of cancers in the body and tumors. So, be mindful and try to live in the world and not on a screen. Their little minds are going to really be stimulated, and that's a bad thing for you to do when it's time for them to wind down and go to bed. Start making peaceful bedtime routines that include a warm bath and dimmer lights and no television and soft, quiet talks. That's where the ancient old sweetness of bedtime stories came in. That's so helpful this week. And then get them outdoors to spend their little energy. The other thing is, it's really important for you not to sign legal documents this week. There's a lot of not only confusing and perplexing energy in the air, but there's a lot of dishonesty going on. So be extra vigilant about incoming information. Check and double check important documents because the moon is not in good standing with Neptune at the full moon. And that means that you're not hearing the truth or not hearing the whole story. Not to belabor the fact, but it's also dangerous now in dark public places like subways, on buses. Be careful if you have to travel to foreign places. This is a highly dangerous time for us and our skies, sadly. Thursday. Virgo, you are being asked to let go of nervousness, of overanalyzing, of trying to control others. The South Node can also mean losing loved ones. And if you're going through that, I'm sorry. This is happening in our family and to friends, and it's so hard to cope with. This day, like yesterday, is trying, dear friends. So instead of going around and round in a struggle with others, let's clean up our own messes. Pluto and Aquarius wants us to clean out our basements, our health, especially our mental health. Pisces and Virgo are mental signs, and this is emotional and mental energy that we need to come to balance. Virgo, you can be feeling overwhelmed and very frustrated with Aries, Gemini, and Aquarius. For all of us, it's better not to be inundated with paperwork, not to make big decisions this week, but to rather quietly reimagine easier paths ahead. Our undiscovered selves will be glad for the impending changes, but for now, we need to clean up messes. Somehow, some way, we all need to spend our physical distress with activity and good company. Saturday. Oh, I almost forgot Friday. Let me come back. That's Valentine's Day. Okay. Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Mercury ingresses into Pisces today, and that means soft talk, sweet talk, politesse, and kindness. The moon in Virgo is still in conjunct the sun in Aquarius, so we'll have to try a little harder than Valentine's days ago to be sweet to our sweethearts. This will be especially trying for Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, but dang it, just try. It's one day a year, and the sweeter you are, the sweeter life will be all year. Virgo and Taurus in love will really have fun, and it'll be exciting. Taurus and Pisces can be equally delighted if they're coupled. And if you want to know how you and your true love will fare on this Valentine's Day, comment below this video for this weekly forecast, and I'll tell you, psst, Virgo and Cancers are getting along like peanut butter and jelly, and it could get nice and sticky after your Valentine's Day dinner, so make a sandwich with each other already. Saturday, the 15th, look into the night sky for the Leonid meteor showers. Look for the northern lights if you live in the right location. Look up because we have an umbrella of planets in a row that you can see with your naked eye. But for the outer planets, it's beautiful up there. And when you do, you'll realize how tiny you and all of your problems are. The air signs are really feeling each other and really carry each other through difficulty now. Pisces and Virgo will have to give each other some extra consideration on this day or they'll not get along well. Truth is the matter, and Virgo wants it, and Pisces isn't telling it. There's still caution around legal issues, and I would recommend that you don't sign or commit to anything binding right now. Mothers and daughters can be out of sorts today, especially if you're Aries and Libra. Black Moon Lilith is doing her best trying to destroy family bonds and marriages, so be aware. If you don't know about or see my videos on YouTube regarding this dark energy, she's a she-devil to Pluto's he-devil, and the world witnessed Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trapped in their snares, for which I did lots of videos. So you can check those out on the YouTube channel if you're new to my work. You'll enjoy the astrology about it for sure. You know, Black Moon Lilith is in Libra, so it can be our Libra friends and families that are playing the role of Black Moon Lilith. And Libra and Aquarius at this time on Saturday, when there's so much change, can really be having family drama, some serious family drama, and it's due to Lilith and Pluto for sure. I'll happily meet you on Zoom to consult you. I teach astrology, so it might be time for you to learn. Do your best, live your life, for there are untold stories to live out. Bye for now, and thank you for listening.